Hello, welcome back to Autobahn. In previous videos you've seen me working on a Peugeot 406 Coupe. There's also been a couple of 205s that have littered the channel, and also a very early Peugeot 206. Now, I always get the bug to buy Peugeots, and it's something that's been with me for a good decade and a half now. And today I've succumbed to my desires for another one, and I was sort of trawling around the internet looking for perhaps another 206. Primarily the reason for this is 205s are getting a bit more difficult to repair now. There's not that many garages that can really work on these cars anymore, as simple as they are. If you get anything that's wrong with the sort of injection system or anything in the engine bay, you're usually at the mercy of garages that are now used to plugging cars in and know exactly what's wrong with them. So really I needed to move my scope a little bit further up, and that thinking came along sort of last year when I bought the little red 206. So looking for another 206 to go with the one that I've got. I was looking around. I was ideally looking for a 2009 plate, so really late car to go with the early car. I thought it would have been quite cool. We did it with 205s, so we had an A reg one, we've got a P reg one as well, which is beginning and end. So an S reg one and an 09 plate would have been perfect bookends for each other, because I'm nerdy like that and I kind of enjoy having sort of beginning and end cars. Anyway, that didn't happen, and instead I found, perhaps I would say, wager that one of the cheapest GTIs in the UK was available for sale on eBay. Now I knew of this car anyway, because a couple of weeks prior to this, the owner of the car had put up on the 206 owners group on Facebook saying that the clutch was on its way out, and ideally just wanted to sort of get rid of it, which is fair enough. Clutches are quite expensive things to put right at the best of times, and when you've owned a car for as long as he had it for half a decade, I think sometimes you get the urge to sort of move it on and then perhaps get something a bit different. Now this car piqued my interest then, and then when I saw it listed on eBay, I thought, well, let's just go for it. And we came to an agreement on the price for it, mostly on the proviso that I keep it on the road, which I definitely plan to do. So yeah, got it for a very, 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 very good price, and the transportation costs to get it down from Mansfield to Devon here was also quite reasonable. Didn't really know what I was buying, because the listing only has sort of like 4 or 5 photos. There was no inside photos, no engine bay, you couldn't see sort of the driver's side of the car either, so I had to take my expectations of what was going to be sort of delivered. But with cheap cars, you've got to expect that they're not really going to be they're not going to be perfect at all, and you've got to take your expectations accordingly to this. But what actually occurred was I was pleasantly surprised by this car. When it came down, I'm going to show you a video of it in a second, once I've stopped rambling, and I was pleasantly surprised by this car, and I really think that this is going to be a proper little keeper. And I just got that sort of that buzz for a hot hatch again. I'm no stranger to 205 GTIs, and I've had things like 106 Quicksilvers and stuff like that in my time. So I've had a couple of like the quicker Peugeots. So I've never had a petrol 206 GTI. I had the diesel one, which the 110 HDI is quite a rare GTI model. So going for the petrol 140 is first for me. It's a 2001 plate, and it's in Firedance orange, which is perhaps the best colour you can get a 206 in. Now, as you expect, there's going to be sort of paint, bloom and lacquer here and there. It is a car that is 24 years old, inevitably. It is French, and the paint on French cars was never that great to begin with. But yeah, it's the rust situation that I'm most interested in, and also the general straightness of the body, before we even get into the engine side of things. Now, one thing I have done is I've ordered up a clutch kit for it. I've ordered up a timing belt kit and also a water pump, which all three of those will get fitted while it's down at the garage. It's been recovered to the garage I usually use, so good as gold down there. Tolerate a lot of my nonsense when it comes to French cars. But it's down there, so it's going to get everything done in one fell swoop. It's got MOT until January 2026 anyway, so we don't need to worry about that side of things. But I will get them to have a little look around it anyway, because as we know of MOTs, when you MOT a car, sometimes you can take it to the same garage over and over again, and if you get a good rapport with them, sometimes like garages can overlook some things. I'm not saying this is going to be the case of this one, but it's always good to get peace of mind anyway, just see if anything's going to trip us up in later times. Visually, I'll inspect it myself and see if there's any cause for concern. I'm not going to start it today because, you know, I don't know the history on that timing belt, and the last thing I want is it to, you know, snap the belt and smash the engine all up. So let's have a little look at it, shall we? See what you think. I'd love to hear actually any comments if you've had a Firedance 206 GTI or 206 GTI in general. If you can give me any pointers as to how to maintain it moving forward. Do you think these cars are going to be worth sort of good money, like 205 GTI money, in 5 to 10 years' time? Yeah, so let's get cracking with it and have a little gander. Right then, so fresh off the transporter, it's 2nd of April. Let's have a little look around this 206 GTI in lovely Firedance orange. Right, the colour's absolutely stunning on this. It really does pop nicely. Noticed here that we need to sort this front part of the grille out, look, where the colour sort of bloomed and a little bit cracked up there. So that's a repair we can do. Try and fill that part of the bonnet as well. That lacquer peel's not a great deal, it sort of scratches off there, but we'll sort of sand into that and get rid of it anyway. See here, the bumper's not too bad. Has the optional 206 GTI written on number plate, nice. Got the optional SP pack grille on there, special pack. Yeah, it looks pretty good, this, doesn't it? That wing's in pretty good condition. Got the optional arches on there as well, so it's probably level 2 of the SP kit. The paint doesn't seem half as bad as I thought it was going to. Sort of look on the roof here, we've got a slight raised dent, but that's nothing too major for a car at this age. A tiny bit of lacquer peel here, and also present on the boot as well. It's commonplace for these to go. The fin paint is good condition, so we don't need to worry about that. A little bit of dirt around the fuel cap. I've seen a couple of 206s like this now. It does actually clean off. These wheels have really great tread on the tyres, so they're going to go on the blue 206, I think. Got a little bit of paint bloom on the rear bumper, as per course. They all seem to get that now. Nothing too major. Let's have a little look inside the car. Got the nice sort of Alcantara door cards there. That's per standard of GTI. It needs perhaps a check strap here because the door swings a little bit further open than it perhaps should do. Metal kick plate with full leather interior. This is quite a surprise. You certainly don't see this very often. That's really a nice option in this one. I don't know whether it's from standard or not, but it's lovely to have it all the same. It's just a nice little place to be, this, isn't it? Little ashtray there for when you're smoking cars. Got the metal gear knob, electric windows. Missing part of the buckle, but I'm sure we've got one of those kicking around anyway. Metal pedals that you don't get on the standard models. A little bit wear and tear on the steering wheel, but nothing that can't be put right there. Probably constant for its age. Oh, looking for the bonnet release. It's not on that side. It is on the 406 coupes. Right, it is under here. Let me just fill around and see if I can get that catch. There we go. Right. Yeah, the headline is in good condition. Mirrors in good condition. Everything seems to work so far. Lovely rear bench in there. That's hasn't been sat on much. Not much wear and tear, which is great. Let's go around the back of the car. We've got a bit more lacquer peel on the boot, as we did with the red 206. Missing a wiper arm, which is going to need sorting out. That's no problem. We can get one of those. Yeah, that's going to need a spray down here or a razor blade taken to it and the lacquer sort of being flattened out again. Inside the boot, we've got a couple of bits and pieces in here. So we've got a colour-coded rocker cover. That's kind of cool. The original airbox top, along with the filter. Let's have a little look just under the carpet. 205 seem to rot under here, but 206s don't seem to be that bad. It's a little bit wet here, but I imagine that's either the seal for the... What's that? Oh, I thought it was a slug. It's actually a pebble. Missing the cartridge for the CD changer. That's a nice, easy one to find, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Ironically, I did scrap one in the black 206, I think. Nice 206 badge, give that a little clean up and detail. This side of the car is looking equally as good as the other side, so that is excellent. Again, tread good on the front tyres. Those wheels are definitely going to go on the red 206, and the 206 GTI wheels will go on this one. Just keep it all original. Right, inside, yeah, looks pretty tidy under here. See where the rocker cover goes, so at least we know that's missing the cap off the as well. Oh, K&N filter and where the normal filter goes, so we'll change that back. But yeah, nothing too major under here. It looks pretty good. Okay, we haven't got the SP kit on the intake there, which you'd usually get, so No rot on the inside of the bonnet. That is good for a car of this age. That is really good. Yeah, I'm impressed with this so far. This is, it's not too bad whatsoever, is it? Let's have a little look, perhaps under the car, like the sills and stuff. Just looking at the boot floor. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good, yeah. Okay, just a little bit of rust to take care of on that side of things, but nothing a stabiliser won't sort out. And then a cover. There was a blow in the exhaust, so I'm going to have to sort that out, I think. Get the garage to have a little look at that. But yeah, that rail's not too bad at all. Certainly not as bad as, say, 106s get under there. That sill looks clean from what I can see. Tell this car hasn't lived as close to the coast as it does down here, so I'll definitely be undercoating it to make sure that it stays decent over the winters. Just do one last little look under here before we call it quits. That sill is also good. Yeah, I'm impressed with this. So yeah, dead chuff for that. Let's see what we do next time. Bye.